Hey guys, this is Bruno Pedreira, forest extension specialist with the University of Tennessee. I'm here today to share some of the results we have been having in the field here, working with wheels running. We're here in his farm today. This is one of the plots that were underwater. So flood came in, Hurricane Helene last year. So we're here 14 months after the hurricane. This is one of the more silty areas that we have. And we have been trying to work with him here and using the leftovers from the hurricane. So this first strip here, we have wood chips. So some of the woods that went down, which they chopped then, and here we have a strip of wood chips. Aside with biochar, a control plot, and then the last one you can see there is we broadcast some of the hay, because he also had a lot of hay that was underwater, and that hay we cannot use anymore. So the idea here was basically to try to use all of these things that you have in the farm after a hurricane. So we apply them in strips like as you can see here, and on the top of it we plant fescue, orchard grass, and the combination of orchard grass with oats and fescue with wheat. So those plots that you can see that the density is a little bit higher and you have more green, those are the plots we have those mixed stands. Those are either oats and orchard grass or wheat and fescue. The idea was to put them together and to help the fescue and the orchard grass to establish better. And it's basically what we're seeing now, right? Those thin plots you can see, thin stands, those are the ones we only have orchard grass or we only have fescue. So we're here 2 weeks after planting, and we will follow up with this as we go. But for now, I'm very happy with what we can see now, that either the hay and the wood chips are helping us to hold a little bit of moisture, and those plants are growing a little bit better. And also the mixtures are doing better than the plants alone. Okay, here we are again in the second trial in the same farm. We're again at Will's farm here in Washington County. The first one there is the biochar, second one here control, and then we have wood chips and hay, right? The molded hay that we had in the farm. But the difference between this place and the other one we just showed you is that in this place it's a very sandy area, right? Sand here is like 95% of what we have here in terms of sediments. This is sand. So what we have been trying to do here is to use those same soil amendment treatments to improve water holding capacity and nutrient holding capacity. And those two trials were planted at the same day. So we are here basically 2 weeks after planting, and you just saw in the other area much more density, right? Much better density in terms of standing than what we have here. On the wood chips, we see more plants. The density is a little bit better, especially in the place where we have those mixes, and we also have the same here, orchard grass with oats and wheat with fescue. And those two places here where we have the hay and the wood chips, they are doing better, but again, much behind than what we had in the other one. And if we switch here and come to the control side, where we did not apply anything to help soil, we do have some plants popping up. They are here, and I think that's what concerns me the most at this point, because if we're just trying to replant those fields with fescue and orchard grass by itself without helping to rebuild the soil here, to rebuild the organic matter that we need in this soil, those plants will be in trouble with, if we have a week or two without rain, we may not be able to hold water enough to keep those plants alive. And first frost is coming, temperatures are going to cooling down. So we will keep up with this and keep you guys posted how it goes. But the key point here right now is that those hay that we use here, the old bales that we broadcast here, and the wood chips, they're helping us a lot in this area. But overall, when we compare with the silty area, we are still behind, because here we are talking basically about a sandy sediment. Okay, here we are in our third stop for today. Same farm. Those trials are side by side, and I want to share with you guys as well. So in this one, we have biochar plus wood chips, a control, and wood chips. So again, the third strip there, you see that's our control. We do have plants coming in. In this one, we just have the mixtures. Here we have fescue with wheat. They are coming, but you can also see the soil, very sand. If you go all the way to the middle there, you see we still have spots that are holding a little bit more of water, but overall it's been drying, and that's what concerns us with these sandy soils, the lack of structure in the soils, the lack of organic matter. So again, that's the reason we're working here with those soil amendments, to be able to hold a little bit more of nutrients in the water. From what we see up to now, those amendments, they have been helping us to keep those plants growing in this kind of condition. In the other side here, we have our final trial. That's the fourth trial we have here. This is the one where we have one pass of wood chips or two passes of wood chips. One of the questions we want to answer here is, what is the right amount, right? And we do not know, and it varies from farm to farm, the quality of the wood chips, not know how thin or how thick they were chopped. So we are using here one pass or two passes because they were broadcast here. So we are seeing that yes, the wood chips are helping us, and over time we will try to quantify if these are impacting yield and establishment. But we also have the control. We always have the control where we don't do anything. So you can see plants are coming. They are, shorter than the others. They stand is thin than the others. So let's see how it goes. The other effect we have here is some of these wood chips were just applied, and some of these strips, beyond applying the wood chips, we also cultipated it in the top of it. So that's another feeling I have at this point, is as we cultipated it, we kind of help those wood chips to have a better soil wood chips contact as well, and it helps the plants to popping up and come it a little bit better. So those are the preliminary results we have up to now, and again, we will keep you guys updated as we go with these trials here in Washington County.